me a text plus 5.5. You can keep those points. We don't even need them. 2-1 last night. 2-0 the night before. That thing to break over the middle of the plate.
I think he stepped out easy.
Let's go to Arby's.
Let's go to Arby's. Welcome, No Hedge show, sports show. We got Nappy. We got my co-host Mark Paster, Patrick behind the scenes. What's up, guys?
Hi.
What's up? So first, I'm just gonna get this out of the way. The New York Rangers pick was a bad pick. They lost 7-3. They were winning 2-1 after one. I thought, hey, my son came running out of the room to tell me the Rangers were winning 2-1. I don't tell him why I'm rooting for the Rangers. I'm just rooting for the Rangers tonight. And, he comes running in to tell me, and then the next they were sitting there watching on the couch, and they get their dicks handed to them. Bad pick. That's all I can say.
But Mark, let me say this. I thought it wasn't the greatest picks because of the goalie, but it wasn't the goalie. It had nothing to do with
it. It wasn't the goalie. I mean, there was one maybe, but it wasn't the goalie.
No, it had nothing to do with the goalie.
I just looked at it was that the Rangers in Colorado, both good teams, getting 140 at home. I'll take a shot on it.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. But again, like I was saying to Patrick before we came on, and I said it on my video when I put it out, plus 140, it made me nervous. The line made me a little nervous that they were such big underdogs at home.
Yeah.
But hey, we take a shot, we lost. What are you gonna do?
Shit happens.
All right, you guys talk for a minute. I'm gonna put the Bruins game on.
Nappy, so tell me what's going on this week, Thursday Night Football.
We have
first tell me last week.
We missed one. We missed a good one last week. So we middle of the road week, we were basically break even, right? We had the parlay, Turkades, my big money parlay, Bucks, Rams, easy, 100 win 70, whatever. Taysom Hill doesn't run for a touchdown, but he runs for 111 yards, right? Ran a ton. I still like the value of that, plus 200.
Yep.
Lamb over smashes. What didn't happen was CeeDee Lamb scored a touchdown and Pollard 15.5 receiving yards. Now, you look at the parlay that we hit. You see how close you can get to these things. So plus 6,000 and 3 of them hit. Dak under 1.5 hit. CeeDee over hit. Dak under passing yards hit. It was the CeeDee Lamb touchdown. So you think about that, right? CeeDee Lamb scores instead of Michael Gallup. And Tony Pollard catches a 15
So let me ask you this. Did Pollard not catch anything?
He had 2 catches for 3 yards, but he had 7 carries for 71 yards.
So
and he had that
2 catches should get you 50. You should get you 16
easy.
yards.
And Zeke had a knee. So the thought was, you give him and
no, that actually was a good parlay. So me and Mark were watching the game. We were talking when the game was going on, and we were trying to remember which guy you had as the receiver. It was either Gallup. Was Gallup was the one that scored, right?
Yeah, and you know what? If I'd stuck Gallup in there for a touchdown, assuming the Pollard thing hit, it probably would have been like plus 8,000.
But I see what I agree with you on is the construction of it. That's how you have to build it, like sort of. Obviously, it's a hard thing to hit. Plus, 6,000 or whatever it was.
It is, but you're. It's a puzzle, right? I wouldn't have some of those bets have to go together, or they don't make sense.
Right? They don't make the construction was right. Like it was the right way to do it. You had one guy that didn't, cover with the over 15.5. That would have been a killer if you
just hit the one right.
If you had hit the other one, then you would have been sick.
No, I know, and it's everything else. I thought Dallas would own the game. I didn't think they'd have to pass a bunch. Zeke with the D, and I think Zeke's under hit. If you took his under, I try not to get carried away with them because you can tell a story and have a 12-leg parlay, and just the more you add, the harder it is to do. I try to get as much juice in as few picks as possible. Right, so this week we're at plus 1,200. This week we have Minnesota hosting Pittsburgh, right? So I got 4 picks in the parlay.
Minnesota hosting Pittsburgh, you said?
Minnesota's hosting Pittsburgh. Adam Thielen's out. Dalvin Cook is out. I don't know.
What is Cook's injury?
I forget exactly, but he's questionable. I think it's a shoulder.
Okay, because I saw him. He like had to be like carted off. I thought.
Yeah, I think it's a shoulder, and he was carted off, but it was a shoulder. It wasn't a
Oh, that's
knee.
good. At least he's gonna be back.
No, he. I don't know if he'll be back Thursday. He'll be back this
Right.
season.
Right, he'll be back. Yeah.
But that parlay, again, playing off of what I think happened last week. So Pittsburgh last week, if you saw the Pittsburgh Ravens game,
Yeah.
right? They basically went back to like old school Pittsburgh. Their line is terrible.
Yep.
Najee Harris, I think, is a fine back. I think he's a little overrated. He doesn't really get yards on his own, and so he gets what's blocked for him. His number to me is inflated at 71.5. But what the Steelers did last week was they basically said, fuck this. We're going to throw it every play and let Ben be Ben. And I feel like there was something about it leaking out last week. Roethlisberger, this is his last year in Pittsburgh and all that stuff. So they've come out and basically said, like, we're just going to throw the ball around.
Let's see what happens.
And I think it makes sense for them to do. And so you put these together, right? Just focusing on the parlay. Najee Harris under 71.5 yards. I think he struggled to get to 71.5 yards this year. I'm just pulling up his game log. It's
well, if you think they're going to throw, then that's the number, pretty decent number.
Right. And so Najee Harris's last 5 games, 62, 105, 39, 23, 71. So he's only broken 71 once in the last 5 weeks. It's a line that typically these player props don't reprice, right? They're almost like calculated based off their statistical averages and then the team they're playing allows to the position. You can really find mispriced numbers. So if you told me, like, put a number on that, I'd say like 58. And so 71 just is time.
Yeah.
Time.
Somebody
Roethlisberger over 1.5 touchdowns, Kirk Cousins over 1.5 touchdowns, and then Justin Jefferson. I think Jefferson's the risk, 91.5 yards, because Thielen's out. Typically, when the wide receiver on the other side is out, you see a dip in production. It's not like a 90%, but like 60-40. The other guy, the standalone guy, sees the coverage, sees the help over the top, usually takes a hit. But Jefferson's a guy, one play could break that. So little risky on that. I have them all individually. The one that I really like that's on Barstool, it's a tight end head-to-head. Pat Freiermuth has to out receiving yards Tyler Conklin.
Do you have that up there? That's not up there, is it?
It's not in the parlay because it can't be put in the parlay because
so this is just a separate bet.
That's a separate one. That's off to the left. So basically, those are the 4 in the parlay plus that Freiermuth, and then just for Turk, we're going to do another 3 big money line, 100 to win 72. I know he loves them.
I like that.
Brutal.
No,
did it win last week?
Crushed last week. Won with ease, not the ease that Elliott
won.
Hit tonight, but it won, and they usually hit. Sometimes I got to stretch and stick a college game in there, but I like this week. You have
who is it?
It's I got Chiefs, Packers, and Chargers.
All right, I like 2 out of 3. Who are the Chargers playing?
Chargers are home against the Giants.
It's probably good. That would be my most nervous one. I don't even know who the other 2 teams are playing, but
Chiefs are playing. The Chiefs
Oakland. Sorry, Las Vegas.
Where?
Chiefs are
Gotta
playing
be home.
Las Vegas. They're at home.
It's in KC.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then the Packers have the Bears at home.
At home.
So give me the 3.
You should win all 3 of those.
Yeah. It gets to be what I find with those big money favorites. Early in the year, the shitty teams lose. Then you have that middle part of the season where you get those crazy upsets. And we saw that like 3 weeks ago, right? Although I guess last week, Detroit over Minnesota, although I'd argue that it wasn't that crazy. Minnesota's not that good. But then at the end of the year, you get these are the teams going to the playoffs. These are the teams that suck and are going home. And like the Giants are done. But they're total on the season. I think week 10, I said take the under 6.5. And we release that one. That's going to hit with ease. And I don't know if they're going to get the 4 wins, the rate they're going. Daniel Jones might get shut down for the season. Barkley's hurt. The whole receiving core is hurt. I mean, the GM's going to get canned. When these teams get to be in such bad shape, it's what do they have to play for?
You're right.
Right. So I like that. I looked at the futures again. I will say I don't agree with it, but I beat my chest for 6 weeks about Jamar Chase and the Rookie of the Year. Mac Jones is now minus 670.
Yeah, it's a lock.
I mean, has a quarterback ever won Offensive Rookie of the Year throwing 3 passes in a game? Right? If we're gonna go off of stats, which that kind of is a stats award, right? The stats just aren't there. They're not close to there. So if it's just gonna be the rookie quarterback with the best win-loss, then just call that's what the award
Yeah, it's gonna be that. That's what it's gonna be. I mean, when you gotta if
they go 12-5, 13-4,
yeah, it's over.
It's not even gonna be close.
And I agree with you. I'm not saying that it's right, but I'm just saying it doesn't matter if it's right.
He's a quarterback. I mean, that's all you need to know.
That's what it is. This will be
quarterback. I mean, look at Super Bowl MVPs. They give it to the quarterback.
Yeah, they give it to the quarterback.
Well, no, that's what I was going to say. If he wins Rookie of the Year, this is Eli Manning MVP of the Super Bowl. It's the same thing over again. Because Judon, I think right now, and I don't think it's a smart bet if you want to just take a shot. I said this during the game. I'm like, geez, this guy, I love the signing. I'm like, you're going to start to hear whispers of him. I wonder what the odds are. He's plus 800 to win Defensive Player of the Year. I don't think he's going to win. Watt and Myles Garrett just have better numbers. But if you break the numbers down, Tom Curran wrote an article, I think today, about like the snaps. I mean, the guy's on the field every down. TJ Watt is not. The quarterback pressures are way higher. His sacks, he's got 12.5 sacks, I believe, which is like 3 or 4 behind. I haven't seen a defensive player dominate football games for the Patriots like this. I don't know. I don't know if I can name somebody that's takes over games like he does.
Well, you got to go back a few years. You definitely do.
Even like Seymour and McGinnis, they didn't play that style. I mean, this is like a Chandler Jones, but even better.
Much better.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have to account for him on every play. The quarterback needs to know where that guy is. The offensive line needs to know what they're doing with him, which he's definitely making some of these other interior linemen better. So
if he can get like a couple more big games, he has a real shot at winning. Because
and that's the thing. So so plus 800 on Barstool, like to take a shot at it. Could be kind of a fun one to just watch it play out. I mean, in my opinion, he won that game late in the game. Buffalo was driving. Allen got kind of tripped up, and there's 9 to get, and it was kind of a gift sack, but he's always on the ball.
Yeah.
Right. And that basically ended that game.
And that rookie, their rookie from Alabama, pushed the offensive lineman back. He tripped over the guy's feet, and then
So there's 2 guys right there that I don't think many offensive linemen can handle on their own.
No,
they can't.
You've got Judon and Barmore, and both of those guys cannot be handled alone.
It was like Seymour and McGinnis. That's what it's like.
You can't handle the both of them. So that's and that's probably why you're seeing more of Godshaw in the backfield all the time now. That's a big guy too.
Yeah.
But if these guys, you can't single up any of these guys.
No. I think Parsons is going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I think Barmore makes a strong case for runner-up. I mean, he's dominated games as well. And when you look at this draft class now, I've been very critical of their draft classes, but prior to it becoming cool for everyone to trash their draft classes. And they've been so bad the last year, it's almost like, you're picking on them if you pick the drafts apart. They absolutely crushed this last draft. And Stevenson's the guy Turk and I have been talking. I mean, Stevenson to me looks like maybe not quite Marshawn Lynch, but he just looks like he's going to be a perennial Pro Bowl running back to me in the league. He's got power. He's got quickness. I don't know why. When Damian Harris fumbled that toss, I'm like, great. Let me see. Put him in the doghouse. Let me see Stevenson. They went back, and then Harris pulls his hammy. Great. Let's see more. Because that touchdown run Harris had, the Chark maybe junior year at Westwood High could have hit that hole and gone for 80 yards.
I was sneaky quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have seen it though, but Stevenson, he
is a monster.
A defensive back cannot tackle him.
Oh, he is huge.
And absolutely not by
him.
himself. He's going to run that guy, and you see it on all the plays.
I love him.
Don't you see they kind of get him? They start to wrap him up, and he keeps going. Like
the only thing I don't love about him is the fact that he's a running back, and it's most likely he's not going to last for.
Yeah, he's 4 or 5 years. That's
but that's if they can get
4 or 5 years out of him, I'll.
But if they can split like they're gonna do Harris and Stevenson and not have a feature back, they can save him a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. He just takes so many hits. He's so big.
It's like LeGarrette Blount, like LeGarrette Blount. It took a whole team to tackle him. I'm not saying he's that because he's much, much faster than LeGarrette Blount. LeBlanc was slow.
But
this guy runs hard. Runs hard, and if you think you're gonna tackle him, he is gonna hit you.
Oh, he's so.
You want to try to tackle him, you're gonna pay for it.
Even the plays where they get him in the backfield for a loss, he's still like throwing guys around.
Oh, he's a beast.
Putting up a fight. Now, here's what I think people don't factor in, right? The way this Pats team's constructed, and I can't believe the difference Trent Brown makes to this offense.
Oh, he is huge, yeah.
But the way this team's constructed, right? These guys come out, they play well, they want to get paid right away. If they can split Stevenson with Harris, what you also do besides saving him is avoiding his agent coming in year 3 and saying, I want $15 million a year. Because if they can keep Stevenson on a rookie deal, and they can keep Mac Jones on a rookie deal for 3 years, now you can start. You're going to have Aguilar. They're going to have some money next year to kind of fix a couple of things they screwed up and make the team even better. That's where they want to be kind of long term.
The cap's going up about 20-25 million bucks. Yeah. So you're going to have.
And then in 2 years it goes way up. It's not after this season it goes up. Then it goes up.
I thought it went up 40 million or something in 2 years.
Yes. I think that's right, Elio. It's a crazy number. And so, but yeah, everyone's going to have that money. But like the Aguilar deal, some of these other, and we talked about Bourne last week. Look, I joked with a buddy. Bless you, Tark. Hopefully it's not that insulation. I joked with a buddy. And I said, the way the Pats are going, Josh Allen's going to wake up with a negative COVID test. What happened on Monday night was like a better outcome, right? You get the goalpost. I don't know if you guys saw the warm-ups. Guys are kicking field goals, and the ball's getting blown back into the line of scrimmage. It was insane. And it played right into their hands, right? So I'm like, what? Everything seems to be going their way in terms of injuries. Then you get that weather game, and you saw that. It's like to go out there.
They beat the Bills and then they fucked the coach.
No, the coach
was so out of his mind after that game. Could you imagine going to the podium and be like, I don't know if we should give Bill Belichick that much points? The guy should be more worried about what do people think about him in this game. They just lined up and ran the ball. Every single play, and you couldn't stop them. The Patriots, I'm not saying they dominate, but realistically, the 10 points that the Bills were given were gifted to them. Harry had the ball bounce off his head, so it was a one-play, 15-yard drive. They got their touchdown. The field goal was on that horrible fucking unnecessary roughness trying to prevent the guy from getting the first down. Those are your 10 points. You're lucky you scored a point.
Yeah.
And although I do think that spot on that play to Allen was awful. They ruled him a yard short. I thought he had the first down.
Bruins goal.
15 yards. But I agree. And look, getting back to the regular season awards, Belichick, he's like ineligible from winning Coach of the Year because he's so good. I feel like he never gets – if there's ever a year where you're going to kind of rethink it, maybe give it to him again.
You got to give it to him this year, I think.
He never gets it. He never gets it.
But I think he's got to be. I mean,
because people don't like him. They think he's arrogant. He likes fucking with people. That's all it is.
As much as I trash him as a GM, that game plan, I mean, to come into that stadium and say, we're going to run fucking 40 times, 50 times.
Yeah.
And you're just not going to stop it. And I'll have a sixth lineman in. I mean, they had 6 offensive linemen in Anoa's playing tight
He's
end.
just scoring. They're reviewing it. This guy goes in on a breakaway, and he's probably offsides. Oh,
Who scored?
Eric Holla, and he's offsides.
That guy can't. You know what, Mark? That's a guy who cannot score.
He just went in on a breakaway and put a hell of a move on the goalie. He's offsides.
And you know that's typical. That like, oh god, yeah. I mean, why? The easiest
He's
money in
gonna
the
be
history
offsides.
is just bet the Bruins under. I mean,
Yeah, Al, how many in a row? I saw tonight you were cranked up again.
I'm not talking about it.
I'll just have to go back and look.
Yeah, I'm not talking. I haven't got into any of the numbers because I don't want to do it. That is so sick. See, I hate that rule. That makes me sick in the NHL. Those inch.
No goal. He's offsides by about an inch and a quarter.
It makes NHL not likable. I'm telling you.
Inch and a quarter going in on a breakaway.
Oh, that's so disgusting. That is so disgusting. And I don't have anything in the game, but like that is just you got to take out the iPad and like take out your magnifying
Now what are they
glass.
doing? Now they're putting the headsets back on. What are they looking at? Did they just get a
checking the time? Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but they got the headset back
Has
on.
the Vegas game started?
Yeah,
Anything going?
it has to have started. Yeah, that sucks. Thought we had a goal there to take a lead. Instead, it's wiped out. Too bad for Hull. Goes in on a breakaway, puts a nice move on Demko. But nothing. No goal. Oh,
The
okay.
loose stool.
Did you give your guy? I know you texted me on Sunday about Jonathan Taylor.
Some guy asked me about it. I don't remember who it was.
Okay.
I told him that you said you didn't like it. He said, I thought you were going to say that, but I played it anyway, and it won. So there we go.
Well, no, you gotta give him what I said. I
didn't have time to type all that out.
I said I would take Jonathan Taylor to score 2 touchdowns plus 400, and that's what happened.
Did it win?
It hit.
Well, if the person's watching right now, I'm sorry. I didn't put that in. I wasn't typing all that out. It was a Sunday. I was in the middle doing shit. I figured I'd check it on this. I checked it on that. I wasn't giving out alternate plays.
Listen, there's a little text to talk.
I do that, and it says all kinds of different things. And it's never
I
right.
agree with Mark on that one. Whenever I do that, it never works.
It's never even close to what I say.
Enunciate, you know.
I know. That's the problem. I have to talk slow.
So the Turk sports hat, you have it on tonight. It's actually not showing well right now. You got to kind of ride
above my head. It's the light above my head. See?
Yeah, it's that asbestos falling from the ceiling.
But is it officially for sale?
Yes.
So that's big, and that's news as of today.
News as of today, and I've sold a bunch of them already. I appreciate the support of everybody to keep us rolling, keep the lights on here.
Yeah, just point to your ceiling. Say, listen,
I gotta get this. I got a guy coming. He's gonna fix the ceiling. I gotta pay for this. This is, he's gotta get it. Everybody's
gotta get it. He's right. Mark is 100% right.
Well, no, while he's there, you should have him take the speed bag down.
No, I want him to the speed bag is gonna come down.
No, put some air in it.
I could have him go around it and leave it there, I guess.
Yeah, or
because whenever you're pissed, you're like.
So there's a chair sitting right on it because Jack and Graham like to climb up there and hit it. So my son's hit it, yeah.
So I love to just ask you questions, Turk. At what age is your son going to know why you're rooting for the Rangers? That's how you started the show.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll feel that out. Not right now. He's only 8 years old. He wouldn't even understand anyway.
You just tell him you like him, and
I just every game that's on TV, Dad, who are we voting for in this one? Oh, I don't know. We're just gonna root for this team. Okay. Yeah.
God, that's crazy.
What a nice move. He look how minuscule. He's offsides. He's absolutely offsides. But what are you gonna do? Nothing I can do about it.
It's a loose stool.
I can go hit the bag.
I could go hit the bag. That's right.
What
else we got? Anything?
Pats are off, right? Bye week for the Patriots.
Bye week
for the Pats. We got Buffalo, Tampa. So Buffalo's got a short week. They got to go down to Tampa. Hopefully Tampa can take care of them, and that pretty much locks up the division. I think if Buffalo loses,
Unbelievable.
I don't think it locks up the division though.
no, it doesn't lock it up, but it makes it difficult because then the Patriots are 9-4, Buffalo's 7-6. So technically, that would give the Patriots a 3-game lead.
Right, but wait, but what if Patriots lose to Indy?
Well, then it would be.
I always
it would be a
forget
2-game
what
lead.
the tiebreaker is.
Tiebreaker. The first tiebreaker is
Division.
head.
Yeah,
Right.
head to head, then division.
Second tiebreaker is in conference where the
No,
Patriots.
it's division first.
It might be for division.
Yeah, it's division then conference.
Got it. Yeah.
It's head to head, then division. Then
But if
So
they
conference.
that would be for your division. Because
Yeah.
right now I know for the number 1 seed, the
Oh,
Patriots
okay.
blow everyone
Okay.
out of the water because they're 7-1 in conference.
Oh, what are you? Who's
What happened?
71? That's Hall, right? Oh my!
I think so. Are you way ahead of me, or am I way ahead of you?
8:19 left in the game.
I got 8-14.
Yeah, now 8:14. Hall just passed up a 3-foot shot. Nobody around him.
I didn't see it. Vancouver's kind of buzzing a little bit right now.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'm gonna root for you, Mark
Root
Bruins.
for the home team. I might watch a little bit more of this. I'm addicted to Narcos right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch this whole game. I might have to go do a Narcos episode. I haven't decided yet.
And you know what? On Nappy, I'm betting that 3-team parlay.
I love it.
I'm betting the three-team parlay. Oh, God.
Nice save, Swayman. What's this? Oh, nothing. Okay.
All right.
All right, so we'll see.
All right.
Good job, Nappy. Oh, hold on. Before you go, I just got an update. Gold Dallas.
Good.
Nothing Dallas.
Is that good or bad?
Not good for me, no.
Oh, okay. So that's not a good way to end the show, but
No,
you
it's
know what?
not. Maybe the Bruins will score in that shot. Nope. Well, it's 1-0. It's early.
It's early.
It's early. It's
10 minutes to go.
10.5 to go in the first. It's early. Hell, I had a 3-1 lead with Calgary last night. In the second, they blew it. So, all right.
See ya.
Adios.
All right, gang.